Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A 1st down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On second down, Tua. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Jones. 48 yards. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Short of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Second and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Packers 7, Dolphins nothing.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score, Packers 14, Dolphins nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And the Dolphin first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, man. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. March 59. March 59. I got him.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
5 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Good. Makes the score Packers 21. Dolphins nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground?
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Mark 59. Mark 59. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and now it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 17. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Packers 28, Dolphins nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
That catch good for only a couple.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Tua. And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua, the final shot before half. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
That's the end of the
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
for Green Bay.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now this will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
5-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They're running it. Mike, check. 59.
Here's Tua. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Now Crosby for the point after. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Watch the run. 59, Mike. 59.
Now Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. 3rd down here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown.
Will Fuller, 39 yards. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
Walsh for the extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Walsh adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Henry Ruggs, 75 yards. And the Packers are pouring it on.
The kick is...
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, keep it up, man.
Tua sets up to pass it. Steps away to his left. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Get ready.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tua going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Complete to
Will Fuller.
Touchdown.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Packers 42, Dolphins 14.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
3-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 31. It's a gain of 5, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins 14.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mike, 53. You ass. Mike, if you don't get this boy, you think you won't get this?
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
It feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Check.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He got 29 yards that time. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
1st down, Dolphins.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 84 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll give this to Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 27-yard line.
53 to Mike.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Hey, report.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught. Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point try now for Crosby. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Packers 73, Dolphins 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now, this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Le'Veon Bell.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
35-yard line.
One final try for Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Dolphins, a big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.